I'm singing in the shower. Oh, hi, it's you. This is Zendo. Welcome to Treeleaf. And you caught me in the bath. Oh, what am I doing? Well, I'm taking a bath with my clothes on. Oh, you're wondering, isn't that a silly way to take a bath? Well, yeah, because how are you going to get clean taking a bath with your clothes on? And that's our topic for today. There are right ways and wrong ways to do things. Or maybe I should say ways that are kind of counterproductive. You know, you hear me saying that there is no bad Zazen. And there isn't. All Zazen is great. It's a jewel. Even if your legs are hurting, your head is filled with all kinds of thoughts, we never think there is bad Zazen. It all is just what it is. And we take this out into all of life. All of life is just what it is. Imagine a hike through the mountains. Imagine your life as a walk through the mountains. All paths are the mountain. If you go right, if you go left, that's just where you are. All paths are your life. We do not think one path is better than the other. On the other hand, some of those paths are going to lead you right into the poison ivy or off a cliff. You see, if you do the Zen thing for a while, you got to catch on to this. You have to learn that at the same time, we sometimes keep up here, thoughts which are seemingly completely in conflict. On the one hand, we drop all thought of good and bad and right and wrong. But then on the other hand, we know that there are some things that are better than others. This is an example. Taking a bath with your clothes on. Or living your life in certain ways. Last week I spoke about this. You see, if you are a person who is filled with anger, violence, greed, robbing banks, getting into fights, abusing drugs and alcohol, it's very likely that your Zen practice is going to be a mess. And by the way, your whole life too. Our actions have effects. They create hells and heavens. I don't know about the next life. We can talk about that another time. But they certainly do in this world. For you, for the people around you. Haven't you seen people create hells for themselves, for the people around them? And if their actions are big enough, sometimes for millions of other people in this world, they can create a living hell. So we have something that is vitally important in practice. That's the precepts. You see, at the same time we're dropping all thought of right and wrong and good and bad, it can be very dangerous. People will think, it doesn't matter what I do. That's not true. There are certain ways that are walking right over a cliff. If you are filled with violence, greed, doing harm to others, it's not good for you, it's not good for the others, which, by the way, we Buddhists think are kind of not too, but that's a subject for another day. The precepts are not commandments from heaven. It's not like Moses came down and said, if you break these commandments, you're going to get struck by lightning. Think of them more as arrows pointing towards healthful, balanced, harmless, good life. What do they guide us? Do as we can to avoid violence and the taking of life. Be peaceful as you can. Seek not to steal. Don't take what is not given to you. Avoid greed. That's a way to satisfaction. So far we have an arrow pointing towards a peaceful life, a satisfied life, an easygoing, non-attached life. Don't harm others. Don't abuse others. Don't abuse your body with drugs, excess alcohol. As you can see, if you are someone who is abusing other people, filled with anger, taking alcohol, what a life is going to be. And your Zen practice is going to be a mess too. But the precepts guide us to avoid that and be harmless, balanced. It's a good way to be. Now, once a year at our Sangha, many Sanghas do this, we study each of the precepts one by one, and we have a special ceremony to undertake the precepts. We'll be doing that again in the summer. If you're around, please join us. But even now in your practice, be guided by the precepts towards the harmless, the balanced, the healthful. Even though we sit dropping all thought of right and wrong, there are better ways to get clean than others. There are some ways to be clean in body and mind that are better than others. Learn from the precepts. Okay, with that in mind, shall we sit? Now, I'm here in the bathtub. I noticed I forgot the bell. So I'll just ring the bathtub and we'll sit. Okay? Are you ready? You can sit Zazen anywhere. I'm going to talk about that next time.